Yes, sir.
Good evening, Himansi. Your
Good evening,
interview,
sir.
your interview was on which date today?
So, 10th February, my slot was 1 p.m. and my panel number was 5.
Yeah. Now, can you tell whatever you want to tell about that interview? You tell,
Yes, sir.
yeah, please speak. You know what I expect from you. Please tell me. 1 minute. I will just, it is being recorded. Continue.
Yes, sir. So, my interview was the last. My interview happened at 6, I guess. I was the last member to give my interview. And before my interview happened, there were other students, and they were very nervous and uh, because the panel members were asking extremely difficult questions from them, as they were already from commerce background. So all of the students were being asked extremely difficult questions. I, being the last candidate, I was also thinking that maybe I'll get difficult questions asked, but I was asked nothing of that level. My
One,
questions were, yeah,
1 minute. 1 minute. Please tell me, you attended interview in which city?
Chandigarh.
Very good. What is your qualification?
Sir, computer science engineering.
Very good. Now, first, before getting into your interview, please tell that other commerce graduates were asked difficult questions. Could you know what are the questions, or you could get
Yes, sir.
there? Acha, you know them. Acha, please tell.
Yes, sir. So they were asked about various ratios like solvency and whatever ratios that exist. Even one of the candidate was asked about company law, then balance sheet and all. Those were simple questions, but they were asking very difficult questions
Mm,
from
That
commerce graduates.
like
Yeah,
like uh,
like one
difficult.
from company law, then
Uh,
ratios. So yeah,
mm,
the students were not very well prepared.
mm.
And like I
Uh,
can also tell you one boy's questions that he was asked. He was asked what is LLP, then what is limitation act, what is right to foreclosure, what is the purpose of setting limitation period,
wait,
difference
wait, wait,
between
wait,
partnership.
wait,
Yes,
wait a minute. Right to foreclosure. Then next one. Um,
limitation act.
Limitation Act. Okay. Then
Yeah, difference
right.
between partnership and company.
Oh, very
Yeah,
good question. Mm.
yeah. What is
Then
LLP?
LLP, correct. Very good. Then,
Yeah. Then what is net worth?
oh, good.
What
Mm.
is one man company?
Babre. That's a new concept.
Yeah,
One man company. Yeah. Then,
yeah. Sir, then he was also asked that what is SURFICE, and if there is an NPA of rupees 50,000, will it
mm,
be considered SURFICE or not?
oh, no, surface
Yeah.
will come only after 1 lakh.
Yeah.
Above 1 lakh. Yeah. Continue.
And sir, one was asked break even point.
Arey Baba. These are all very technical questions suitable
Very
for
technical question.
chartered accountants. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Break
True,
even
sir.
point.
True.
Yeah,
And
break
I
even
don't
point.
think there was one happy face coming out of the interview room.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody seemed so sad, and it was a very distressing situation. And
Imansi,
mine,
how
yes,
could you get these questions? Were the candidates allowed to talk to you before going out?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
It was a very different atmosphere, sir. I gave interview last time also. I gave it in 2021. There the candidates were not allowed to talk, but this time in Chandigarh especially, and it happens in Punjab National Bank office. So the atmosphere there is extremely different. Candidates are sitting together, and one can also overhear what the questions are being asked from the interview panel and what
Babri.
answers he or she is giving. So it's a
Oh,
very different atmosphere. Even the interview room is very small and congested. I
mhm,
mean, usually there is a distance of 5 to 4 feet between the candidate and the panel. But
mm,
in Punjab National Bank, Chandigarh, it is like, you're sitting like right next to them. It's very different, and it's not very professional in my opinion.
Okay, doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Now, coming to your this thing, what were the questions that were asked?
So yeah, so I being the last candidate, I don't know why they asked me really uh, not exactly simple questions. I had a lot of situational based questions asked. Like initially they asked me, where are you from?
Mm,
What have you done since graduation?
mm,
They asked me about my family.
mm,
Then all of a sudden, since I'm from computer science background, ma'am asked me what is phishing. I gave a
mm,
reply to that.
mm,
Then sir asked me that, okay, what can you do to avoid it?
mm,
So when I just started mentioning that, for basically one, like the more awareness there is, people can avoid clicking on such spam mails, etc. He said, no,
mm.
no, the phishing has already happened. Then what will you do? So
Wo-
I wasn't sure what to reply. So I said, if at all it has happened, I would immediately like suggest or make sure that all the systems are disconnected and the internet is off. Then he followed up with two more questions, like what is firewall,
mm,
and then what is like which is the best antivirus. Then after that he asked me a situational question that imagine you're a he asked me, do you know how to drive a car? I said, no
mm,
sir. Then he said, okay, Arey, it's a bank job, how will you be traveling and all that? Then I said, I will, sir, as soon as I'm done with my exams, I'll start learning driving. He said, okay. Then imagine you're a bank manager and a drunk man enters. What will you do? Sir,
mm.
I was like, if there is a guard, I will ask the guard to, exit, make him yeah. But he said, nee, there is no guard. And so in that situation, I was like, I don't know. I mean, my answer, sir, should I tell you what was my answer?
Yeah,
Yeah. So, sir, I said, if at all, if there are if there is male staff in my branch, and I will ask them for help. But if at all it's getting out of hand, I will report to the police.
correct.
That was
So,
my.
yeah, that is one way. Another way is um, I will immediately bring to the attention of other staff members, including female. Some of them are more male than female. Some of them can manage better than male also. Then, if still it goes beyond your level, you may have to raise hullabulla noise so that it is heard outside, and outsiders will come and try to help you. I mean, that's what I think. Not that this is the correct answer. Could you follow?
Yeah, even ma'am said the same thing that she would like, even ma'am prompted that one can make this some halla gulla and ask
Yeah,
for help.
same thing.
I wanted to say the same answer,
Mm.
but in my like I didn't know if it
At
would
that
be
at
right or
that
not.
moment, you would not have thought it is right answer or wrong answer. You know, I
Yes,
am
sir.
telling based on my experience having worked in the branch.
Hmm.
Of course, thank God, in my 32 years, I never faced such situation. But even then, we had people, our own staff members, they will come and take them out of my room. When I am sitting in my cabin, and when some drunken man comes inside, there will be other sub-staff members who are more healthy. They will come and
Hmm.
they will drag him out and then talk to him peacefully to see how this matter can be sorted out. And in villages, normally you have important, influential people who can prevail on even a drunken man.
Okay.
Yeah. Now continue. Next question. Next question.
So, yeah, next question was he asked that imagine if you happen to come across a girl who is being followed by some men, or who's being eve teased, what will you do? Sir, before I could actually reply to the question, the panel members began discussing amongst themselves, and I think like I could not answer it because I did not get the chance. I did not get the turn to say what I could have said. But then I was like, yeah. So they were just, matlab, they answered the question themselves.
What did they say?
He said, like, there should be women empowerment and all. And then he asked, like, he said women should be empowered and all. Okay. Then I said, I added my points there that, today, since we are living in technology, since we are living in very high tech days, one can also stay connected. Like, like one can share their Google location app and stay connected and all. So he said, yeah, but that is like taking safety measures. That's not empowering women. Well, so he wanted to ask, like, how, like, what to do to empower women. So then he asked me that, okay, tell me the helpline number for women. I did not know the answer. I said, I'm sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to come to that helpline number. Apart from that, women should be taught karate and self-defensive measures. They must be equipping themselves with a blade or some chili powder or something in their hand, which they can throw on the other person if required.
Sir,
समझ
but
गए आप?
apparently, yeah, but I'm so sorry to interrupt. But in my opinion, these are very, out, like, see, we are living in modern times. Modern problem needs modern solutions. So I was like, do these solutions actually work? Like, I did not say anything. In my head, I was thinking, ki, these are very old-fashioned ways of protecting ourselves. When we are living in technology, we can always stay connected with our family. We do not have to go to that far situation that, like, we
Listen,
need to rest
listen.
ourselves.
Under that situation, getting connected with family is difficult. You will, when you try to connect with your family member may be taking bath, may be taking food. He may not attend the call. And in matters of this type, even 1 minute matters a lot. Within 1 minute, they will bring a car or vehicle, put you inside that and take away from the location. Even half a minute matters a lot in matters of this type, where culprits, when they come, they don't come alone. They come with fully equipped materials and vehicles and abilities. Because see, the problem is that जो culprit है वो करने का समय पर उनको तो पूरा समय उनका पास है, पूरा दुनिया
Hmm.
उनका फेवर में है। वो जानते हैं
Hmm.
वो क्या गलती करेंगे, कब करेंगे, कैसे कर रहा है, कैसे, हाउ शुड आई कम आउट। बट कुछ चीज बाहर हो गया तो उनको प्रॉब्लम है। अदरवाइज सी हाउ, in spite of all the measures in our country, many people do mischievous things. It happens because our law is very soft. You can arrest, but you have to relieve him on bail. Supposing a person commits a murder in the presence of a police officer,
Hmm.
he can only arrest him and he cannot shot at him. He cannot shoot at him. If at all he shoots, he has to shoot below his leg, below his
Hmm.
yeah, um, stomach or whatever it is. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Your answer was not wrong, but I'm sure a girl, they just teased you to find out how are you reacting to such situations.
Yes, sir.
And
I did not get a
you,
chance to answer. They were
no problem.
discussing among themselves only.
Yeah, yeah. So it doesn't matter. You manage that question nicely. Then two
They,
situation. Yeah, a girl is
yeah,
betting. I think you we discuss. Then any other point? Yeah.
yeah. There was one more question. Like, there was a very famous virus attack in our country. There was a news. So I was like, sir, I am not aware of it. And he said, okay, it was in Jharkhand. I
अच्छा,
said, sir, I don't know.
Jharkhand is the starting place for all fishing and all that. There only Jamathara is there, where children are trained for doing such things.
Oh,
You don't know
yeah,
there is a place known as Jamathara. There is a Netflix serial on Jamathara. If you see that, you will know how people are trained to do wrong things for cheating others. They will try to talk in different languages, though
Hmm.
though not correct language. Hindi fellow, supposing I ask you to talk Tamil, kaise baat karega? Cholu ni ina
Hmm.
cholu. Like that you will speak. Similarly, they are speaking, and thousands, hundreds of videos are there online which tell about how people get cheated. Phishing आजकल say it is not by opening a wrong email it happens. See, when they send message in WhatsApp, उसमें भी लिंक डाल देते, वो लिंक को हम लोग टच करने से फिनिश्ड. सिमिलरली एसएमएस मैसेज में कुछ मैसेज भेजेगा, उसको क्लिक करने से आपको फिनिश्ड. We cannot refrain from clicking links because we have to make payment of corporation tax. उसको link आता है. We have to make payment of some other payment. For example, now you get messages from me ah,
Hmm.
with links. So how can you disbelieve links also? Again, that is why
Hmm.
Google always says whenever you receive a mail, this person is not in your wish mailing list. Please
Hmm.
exercise caution. Similarly, WhatsApp में भी आजकल मैसेज आता है. This लड़का लड़की is not in your contact list. ऐसा भी.
Hmm.
I think you must have seen that. Imanshi, your interview is really good, and I wish you should score good marks. Only thing is, it depends on marks you have scored. And you gave me another question, like why not the question I asked you also. Why not specialist officer and not PO?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that I answered very well.
mm,
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
So how do
that's
you
it.
rate your interview? 8 or
Sir,
7?
I think if I don't not when it comes to my answers, I don't know how my answers were, but when it comes to my way of receiving answers and my expressions, sir, I was smiling throughout the interview.
So
Even though I was the last candidate,
that
I was
must ge-
not there. Was yeah,
that
yes,
must
sir.
that must get you some at least 7.5, 70 to 75 marks.
Okay, like you
Seven
are.
in my view, I
Hmm,
would have given 85 marks here, but they will
thank you,
give
sir.
you they will give you 70 to 75 marks.
Okay.
That, that's what I think. Let us hope you will succeed. Bhagwan Hai. Let otherwise you will not come here and share it as the first candidate for me today. For me, first candidate you are. Just now I opened my laptop and your message was there. Thank you, Imansi. I think you had a very good interview with me also. What is the mark I
Yes,
gave
sir.
you?
So you gave
I,
me like you said you when I asked you, you said I'll give you between 8.5 to 9.
yeah, that's right. So here for the same question, even now I would have given you 8.5. But if they give you some strict marks, then
Hmm.
possibly you may get 70 to 75. Please let us see after your marks are received.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't worry. अभी आप अपना भगवान को प्रार्थना कर लो ना.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be
Uh,
praying.
do,
Yeah,
do
I'll
you
be
do
praying.
you do you think we all that is happening is because of our ability?
No,
Certainly
sir.
not. अभी देखो, अभी इंटरनेट नहीं होगा तो हम कैसे बात करेंगे आपसे.
सही बात. Yes, sir. True.
और मेरा मेरा मूड ठीक नहीं होगा तो हम कैसे बात करेगा बोलो.
True. True. True.
So सब भगवान का हाथ में है. God will bless you. What did you say about your father?
That he is a retired army man.
Oh,
Yeah.
sir, did you
Yeah.
tell about that to them?
Sorry, sir.
Did you tell about your father working in army?
Yes, sir. He asked what about my father. I told him that he's a retired army personnel. He also asked about my mother and like why is there so much gap. So I told them the reasons that my mother was undergoing dialysis and I had to look after her. So then they asked, okay, how is she now? So I told him, so she passed away last year. So yeah, and then they asked,
He,
do you have any siblings? I said, no, sir, I do not have any siblings, sir. And then he said, Acha, it's just you and your father. I mean, my interview was entirely in Hindi. I mean, there was no use of English language there. But yeah, so it went
अच्छा
like
जी,
this. No, sir, I do
you
not
could you
have
could
any
you
siblings.
you could have told the designation of your daddy also, though he was Subedar also. Could have told that. Doesn't matter. First class.
Yeah, what, sir? I could have told what?
No, no. You could have told about the designation, the post with which he retired,
Yeah,
Subedar.
I told him. I
Yeah,
I told him that he retired as a Subedar only. And
excellent.
then he said, yeah. So he said, like, I basically belong from Muzaffarnagar. I belong to Muzaffarnagar. So but my interview was in Chandigarh. So then he
No problem.
asked, like, yeah. So, so it was like that. Then he said, are you settled in Chandigarh? I said, no, sir, we're not settled here in Chandigarh. Uh, it's just for, like, I'm here for my exam's sake because my
Mhm.
father retired last year, and once I'm done with my exams, I'll be returning to Muzaffarnagar.
Mhm. Then did they not ask about posting
Hmm?
to all over India?
No, sir, they did not ask about postings to all over India. They were like, they no, they did not ask me any such question. But
Yeah,
they seemed very happy to see me, and
yeah.
I was also answering. Yeah.
Normally, if I were to be in that group, I would have asked, अरे भाई तुम तो एक लड़की है कैसे तुम्हारा पिताजी आपको भेजेगा
Hmm.
ये
No, they
तो
did not ask.
very good. Thank God you did very well. Best wishes. God bless you. And above all, children don't get interest to talk to me. Also, though as a teacher, after the interview,
Yeah.
because of the what I can say, a sort of tension. अभी देखिए
Yeah.
ना आप टेंशन पढ़ने से भी सेम रिजल्ट आएगा बिना
True.
टेंशन भी सेम रिजल्ट आएगा and
True.
you are doing good by getting your feelings recorded and hearing my comments also. Your
Yes,
interview
sir.
will minimum get 70 minimum.
Sir, even in my last interview, I got 75.
ओहो
Like,
तब तो आपको
yeah.
80 कर देगा जी.
I don't know, sir. I hope because last time when I gave, I was 6 marks above cutoff in my mains exam, and I had scored 75 in my interview.
Hmm.
So I
Yes.
could not clear the exam. I was short of some decimal marks in the final scorecard.
This
So it
time,
was very
uh,
disheartening.
this time mostly you are clearing it. Bhagwan Hai.
Thank you so much, sir. I really, really hope
God,
I
God bless,
really hope.
God bless you. Thanks for coming and sharing your views.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
Once,
much, sir.
once again, once
Yes, sir.
again, my blessings to you.
Thank you, sir. And sir, I wanted to say in my interview preparation, I was thoroughly following you. I was, seeing all the videos that you were uploading, all the interview videos that you were uploading. I had prepared so well because of the mock interviews you were conducting of various people and even mine. And I was hoping that, they will ask me technical questions because, you had made us prepare so well about what is bank and all that questions. And even computer science also I had prepared well. But unfortunately, fortunately, my interview was extremely, I mean, different. But even then, because of you, I was sitting very confidently there because I knew that I have prepared everything that can be asked. So yeah, I had that
And,
confidence in me because of your content and
90,
your videos.
90% they may give you 90 mark also because you are the last candidate.
Oh, why will they give me 90, sir?
एंड नो नो जाने के समय पर दिन का खत्म करने के समय पर हैप्पी से खत्म कर लो ना सब बात मार्क करने के समय पर वो लोग अपने से बात करेगा ओ वो लड़की अच्छा ही बात करता है सी तो ठीक हो
Hmm.
जाएगा शी विल बिकम गुड 90 दे
Hmm.
देंगे हम ऐसा बोलेगा और इफ दे
Uh,
डोंट टॉक टू ईच अदर दे विल एक्सप्रेस इट सम अदर वे
sir, I really wish the panel members are just like you. I wish you were in the
नो नो
panel. You're so
बट
generous.
yeah that is right that's because one I always want candidates to get a good feeling when they go out of this interview because this is only mark. The real comes thereafter. Next, even then, yesterday's videos and all you see, Iman, see, there have been
Mm-hmm.
some videos where I scolded candidates also because they did not prepare at all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That also happens. I don't nowadays suppress my ideas. However, I will give some 70 to 75, 80 marks like that. But that
Mm.
is to encourage them. Best wishes. God bless you. If you want, you can join my interview group and pose questions to others.
Yes,
If
sir.
you
Yes, sir.
if you have
I will.
if you, 1 minute, I'll stop this.